Hey everyone, welcome back to another video and another episode of 5 awesome mods to download for Skyrim Special Edition. Now things are actually changing around for this series. I've been taking a lot of feedback from you guys and I feel as though the best way to move forward with this as a series in general is to sort of split it down the middle. So every time that I do an episode, there will essentially be 2 episodes, one for the Xbox and the PC, and then one for the PlayStation 4, but also for the Xbox as well, because on the PlayStation 4, like 90% of the mods that are available there will also be available on Xbox as well. But I feel as though that's the best way to do it, so that way that I'm not, really missing out on all of the really cool mods that are available on Xbox, and not just covering the PlayStation stuff alone, if you know what I mean. So that all that really means is more content. Today's episode is going to be the Xbox version. The PlayStation 4 version will be out either tomorrow or the day afterwards, so make sure you guys do stay tuned for that. And as well, any mods that are featured in this video that are available for the PlayStation 4, they will also be linked down below for you guys as well. But anyway, enough talking, let's jump straight into this. So for the first mod that we do have today, this one is known as Cheat Room by Brandon M1. Now this is probably the most comprehensive cheat room mod, or just cheat mod in general, that I've seen for Skyrim on the console so far, and that's because this isn't no ordinary cheat room, right? I mean, when you think of cheat room, you think of a room that maybe has like every item in the game. And although this mod does have that, I mean, this does have every item in the game, from crafting supplies, quest items, or shouts, spells, weapons, armor, you name it, it's probably in this room. But it's also a whole lot more than that. I mean, this thing has so many features that come alongside it. I mean, there's cheat items that you can obtain, some of which are really fun to use, which we'll go into a little bit more detail here shortly. But in addition to that, you can go ahead and alter your skill points, so you can reset them back to 0. You can invest a bunch into each individually if you want and get them maxed out that way. You can add an infinite amount of perk points, which you can then use to invest in your skills as well. You can add an infinite amount of dragon souls, gold coins, so you never have to worry about money as well. That's just another one of the cheats that come alongside it. Some other cool features that this room does offer is the ability to change your race, so it'll actually bring up your race menu and allow you to change to a completely different race, and then of course alter the features as well, which is really cool. You can even adjust your player height, so if you want to be the size of an ant running around Skyrim, you can, which is very weird, I know, but it's also one of those things where you can just have a little bit of fun with it when you want to. And of course, you can do the opposite and you can become a giant if you want as well. In addition to all of this, there's also a place where you can duplicate items. All you have to do is simply put an item into the chest and it will duplicate and put the duplicated item into the chest next to it. So you guys get the idea here. There is a ton of features that this mod brings. Just to mention a few of the cheat items that you can have, I mean, there's rings where you can increase your carry weight by a ridiculous amount, increase your health by a ridiculous amount, increase each of the individual stats by a crazy amount as well. There's even more fun type of cheats where you can have one where you can swing your sword like ridiculously fast, like we're talking like 10 times faster than normal, which can make for some very weird stuff going on in game. You can also have it so everybody around you is moving in time like 10 times quicker than you, which is really fun as well. You can have it where they're moving really slow, so it kind of slows down time, and it almost puts you in real time, but it also slows you down a little bit as well. And there's so many more cheat items that you can have a lot of fun with within the cheat chest in the room itself. And some of the final things that I do want to go over, this also adds a spell in which you can cast, and this will allow you to change the weather, the in-game time, how fast the in-game time goes, so you could have like the days going by in a matter of seconds if you wanted to, which is crazy as well. And the final thing is, when you actually download and enable the mod, it will add a spell into your inventory, and then when you cast that spell, it will automatically teleport you to the cheat room itself. And then of course, to exit the cheat room, you can either cast the spell again and then choose to return to your original position, or you can use the in-game map on the table, and that will allow you to instantly teleport to a different city as well. So in terms of navigation, it's great. In terms of features, it's perfect, and overall is one of the best cheat mods or cheat room mods that I've seen so far for Skyrim Special Edition. And that leads us into the next mod of the video, which is Adorable Females by Shroud Legacy. Now this mod is basically a combination of beauty mods, of course designed to make female characters look a whole lot better. There really isn't much to explain with this apart from showing you guys what before and after sort of look like in terms of gameplay aspects. Of course, it does completely redo the vanilla female face for all races apart from Khajiits and Argonians. So of course that is something to keep in mind, and it does it for all female characters, not only your own. You can see again, the only real gameplay that I will be showing in the video is sort of a side-by-side comparison from the race menu, because I feel like that's the best way to get a comparison for you guys. But this does work for all female characters around Skyrim. In addition to facial features being completely redone and changed, it also adds 1K textures for teeth and mouth, which overall make them look a whole lot better as well. So pretty cool mod out there if you are a female character in Skyrim, and even if you're not, this is definitely a pretty cool one for you guys to check out. Another mod that's pretty cool in my opinion is known as Cloaks and Capes by Vaga0. The mod itself adds craftable fur cloak and linen capes to the game of Skyrim, and the capes come in 8 different variants being red, purple, blue, green, yellow, black, white and leather, and the fur cloaks come in 3 different variants being white, black and brown. And in my opinion the fur cloaks are the best, but even the capes, they do look pretty awesome as well. Now once you have downloaded and enabled the mod, all of these items are craftable using any tanning rack. The ingredients to get these aren't really that hard to get a hold of. I mean, for the capes, it really just takes a linen wrap which you can purchase or find in caves and stuff like that. For the cloaks, it's a little bit more, such as for the white fur cloak, you'll need a gold ingot and 1 saber cat snow pelt. For the brown one, you'll need a gold ingot and a normal saber cat pelt. And then for the black one, you'll need a gold ingot and a bear pelt. Overall, I think these look pretty damn good. I mean, the combinations that I had going on from the gameplay weren't that great at all. I'm pretty sure you guys will have a better idea of what clothes sort of matches the best, but either way, I think it's a very cool mod. You know, it fits into the game perfectly. It makes it feel like it's something that's been there since the beginning, and is definitely one that you guys should check out in the description below. Now this next mod is a little bit different and is known as the Temple of Time by Wallace Mack. Now I feel as though this mod really is going to be 50-50, but for those of you who were fans of Zelda, you are definitely going to enjoy this mod. And I mean, even if you're not, you should still have fun using this anyway, just because it does add quite a bit into the game. Number one is it adds the Temple of Time into a brand new location known as the Hidden Grove. And with the Temple of Time, of course, you can get the Master Sword as a unique weapon to use in Skyrim, which I have to say is done very well. I mean, genuinely, this thing looks great, and in terms of damage, is also fairly balanced as well. One of the main things that really caught my eye while playing this mod was the soundtrack that comes on when you enter the Hidden Grove. It is so good. It really sort of catches you in the moment, as if you're really exploring a brand new area. And don't get me wrong, there is quite a bit that you can explore around the Hidden Grove itself. And within the Hidden Grove, you'll find this huge farmer door, which you can use to then travel back in time to the Temple of Time itself. And, you know, going back to the Temple of Time here, of course, this is, I guess, Skyrim Special Edition's very own version, which in my opinion looks great. Of course, it's constructed in a very similar manner. And at the very end of it is exactly where you can find the Master Sword sticking out of the ground there. And in addition to this, with the recent update to this mod, the mod author has also added in Epona, which you can also use as your trusty steed as well, if you do wish to. So very Zelda themed this mod is, but again, from the soundtrack to the scenery, there's a lot of fun that can be had, even if you're not a fan of Zelda or haven't played any of the previous games. But again, I thought this one was pretty cool. You can check it out in the description below. And that leads us onto the final mod of the video, which is known as Artorias the Abysswalker by Lagri. Now this mod adds Artorias the Abysswalker from Dark Souls into Skyrim. And believe me when I say this, guys, this guy is just as powerful. Like, when you fight this dude, he can one-shot you no problem. So you want to be very careful when actually going to fight him. And that's sort of the purpose of this mod, is to fight Artorias, and of course upon doing so and killing him, you can get all of his gear. So the boots of Artorias, the gloves, the armor, the helmet, the great sword, and even the great shield. In general, this armor set looks awesome. You know, it's one of those things that you can either give to a follower and have him wear, or you can even wear it yourself if you like. But once you have downloaded and enabled the mod, you will need to go to the resting place, which is a new location marked on your map. Once here, you will find Artorias pretty much just standing around, and when you get close enough, that will trigger him to then go ahead and start attacking you. Again, this dude is extremely hard. He has a ton of health, his armor is very good as well. So be prepared, guys. Make sure that you come with your best gear to take this dude on. And then of course when you do kill him, you can then reap the rewards of all of his armor, his weapon, and also his shield. So I thought it was a pretty cool one. I had a lot of fun with this, a mini sort of quest slash boss fight that you can take on, also from the Dark Souls series as well. And that's pretty much it for this episode of 5 awesome mods to download for Skyrim Remastered. Again, this episode was primarily based around the Xbox One and the PC version, so you can find all the links to those mods in the description below. As well, if any of these mods do become available for the PlayStation 4, I will leave them linked below, or if they're already available, they will already be linked below as well. But other than that, I hope you guys did enjoy this video today. If you did, guys, be sure to leave a like down below. That does let me know that you do want to see this continuing as a series on the channel, so it is greatly appreciated. The PlayStation 4 episode will be out in a few days, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you guys are new around, and I will catch you guys next time with a brand new video. Peace out.